The rain fell in relentless sheets that evening, turning the city streets into shimmering rivers of light and shadow. Harper Lane stood under the awning of a nearly deserted cafe, her silk heels sinking slightly into puddles, her coat clinging to her like a second skin. She had never imagined herself in a position like this, heart racing, breath shallow, trembling on the edge of a decision that felt both terrifying and inevitable. The man approaching her from across the street was none other than Adrian Cole, the CEO whose reputation preceded him, the man whose name alone could make the stock market shiver. And yet tonight he wasn't the untouchable titan of industry she had always admired from afar. Tonight he had an uncharacteristic vulnerability in his eyes. "Just act like you're mine for tonight," he said, voice low, almost desperate, as he drew closer. The words hit her like a physical blow, sending a shiver down her spine. Harper's heart screamed in protest, reminding her of the world of rules she had always tried to follow, the lines she'd never dared cross. But she also felt the pull, the raw, unexpected magnetism of a man who seemed to carry the weight of 1,000 unspoken stories. She looked up at him, searching his eyes, and saw something that made her chest tighten. A man who had loved, lost, and been forced to armor himself against the world. Before you continue, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the magic of human connection, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, Kindness Corner. Harper's life hadn't been easy. A single mother to a bright-eyed 6-year-old named Mason, she had learned to survive on determination and grit. Her days were a blur of daycare runs, late, night office work, and the constant, gnawing fear that she wasn't doing enough. Love had become a distant memory, something whispered about in old novels and movies, not a tangible reality, and yet, standing there in the rain, she felt the stirrings of something dangerous, hope. Adrian, for all his power and control in the boardroom, was walking a precarious tightrope tonight. He had learned, through painful experience, that wealth and influence could not protect him from loss. His ex-wife had left him, taking their daughter, leaving him with nothing but empty rooms and a fractured heart. He had never planned for romance to return to his life, not like this, not so abruptly, and certainly not with Harper, whose quiet strength and gentle defiance had already begun to unravel the walls around him. Yet he needed her for reasons he wasn't ready to admit, reasons that had nothing to do with business or reputation. "Harper, I need tonight to feel normal, to feel like someone cares about me," he confessed, eyes glistening in the rain. Harper felt her breath hitch. This wasn't arrogance speaking. It was vulnerability, the kind that stripped a person bare and left only the raw human beneath. She hesitated, heart torn, then saw Mason's little face flash in her mind, the laughter they shared, the lessons she wanted to teach him about courage and compassion. Could she really say yes to pretending for a night? She did. The evening unfolded in unexpected ways. They walked through the city streets under a shared umbrella, the rain softening into a gentle drizzle, the neon lights reflecting in puddles like stars scattered across the pavement. Harper noticed things she hadn't seen before: Adrian's careful attentiveness, the small acts of kindness hidden behind his corporate armor, the way he listened when she spoke, really listened. And Adrian, in turn, discovered in Harper a warmth he hadn't known existed, a resilience and patience that reminded him there was more to life than deals and deadlines. By the time they reached a quiet rooftop restaurant overlooking the city, Harper realized her heart was no longer pretending. The night had become real, urgent, and full of possibility. As they watched the city lights flicker below them, Adrian gently held her hand, a simple gesture that spoke volumes. "Harper, I can't promise the world," he said softly, "but I can promise that I'll try to be someone who deserves you." Harper's reply was a breathless whisper, the kind that only comes after a lifetime of waiting. "Then maybe that's enough." And in that instant, under the rain-washed sky, two broken hearts began to mend. Not through grand gestures or perfect timing, but through the quiet courage to take a chance, to reach out and allow love in, even when it scared them most. As the night drew to a close, and they parted ways with a promise of tomorrow, Harper felt a new kind of strength stirring within her, a belief that love could come unexpectedly, that life could surprise even the most cautious heart. And Adrian, walking back to his empty apartment, felt something he hadn't in years. Hope, real hope, tethered to someone who had dared to believe in him. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that even the most guarded souls deserve a second chance, please engage with this video, like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to feel hope tonight. Special request: always remember, even in the most ordinary nights, extraordinary moments of connection can transform our lives in ways we never imagined.